So this place is one of the oldest places in Portland. Like, I love when, you know, it's like, this is a Portland establishment. So we're in South Portland, we're in Selwood. And this place has been around since 1934. And like any good establishment that's almost 100 years old, it's haunted. My buddy Kirk, who's been working here for a long time, tells this really terrifying story of watching the security footage, but there was a backpack up on like a shelf, and they take the pictures on the security cam in like 5-second increments. So the backpack is up against the shelf. Next picture, the backpack is moved. Next picture, the backpack's at the edge of the shelf. Next picture, the bag's on the floor. And then the next picture, it's up against the wall again, which is insane. That's so terrifying. I love scary stories like that. And if not for the great food that we're about to eat, like, come for a good ghost story. Willie's. The hard-grilled burger with so much fucking cheese and so many pickles. It's perfect. Perfect! We talked about this on Devil's Dill, just like fat, sauce, the biggest bun you've ever seen. This is just a perfect cheeseburger. Just really good seasoned beef. American cheese has that better melting point than like cheddar cheese does. And I don't know, like, people have just gotten obsessed with like American cheese is terrible, and it's like, yeah, it's terrible. Ryan Knutson, who wrote our theme song, is the biggest advocate for chemicals. He's like, they taste delicious. And they're not even necessarily bad for you. It's just an idea in your head that chemicals are bad. Fluoride's a great chemical. We love it. We use it every day. And American cheese is right on that list. It's a classic cheeseburger taste, and that's what we need. Just seasoned beef, American cheese, and pickles. And I'm kind of a European on this. I don't like ketchup. So give me some mustard and some mayonnaise. The other thing that's great about the raw onion, the really light bun that doesn't like fill you up.
You're just walking around eating people's buns.
I love that. I don't need a huge brioche bun. We talk about, you know, American food, and people are like, oh dude, cheeseburgers, 4th of July, hamburgers. I'm like, it literally has the name of another city in Western Europe in the title. Like, how does it get less American? The hamburger is not from America. We have somehow appropriated it, but I guess, you know, Padma talks about it on her show, and Dave Chang does too, is the whole idea of American food is a melting pot. We take it and it goes through our American meat grinder, so to speak, which is actually kind of a perfect analogy for this. And we just make it our own, and that's exactly what a cheeseburger is. Cheeseburger. Well, like, I think tomato is good. Like, obviously, like, you get that umami, you get that water, you get that crunchy, a little salt on it, adds that. But, like, it doesn't need it. Yeah, maybe it makes it better, but I don't need my burger watered down. We're talking about how this is the best burger in Portland.
Because it so is.
It so is the best burger. It's perfect. Yes. There's nothing wrong with it.
I love it.
I love it. The only thing you add on it is raw onions.
Yes.
And that's
it. That's all it needs to be. All the other stuff is just window dressing between you.
Window dressing! That's the perfect thing to say about it. Sky, you're amazing.